Assalamu alaikum friends. This is 13th part of inventory management software using Excel VBA, and as you know that we are working on reporting section. So in this video we will learn how to do dynamic sum with formatting. In our last video we have learned how to generate report as per item wise or date wise. But obviously if you give this report to anyone, it will not be it is not a complete report. You have to have a total of the quantity so that everybody who sees the report can easily know that how much quantity is received. So before I start, I would like to request again to please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you can keep posting such videos. So that was the user form on which we are working on. So I will double click this receive report button, and we have entered the coding up to here, which help us to get the report whatever we are getting now. Now I will paste, after next I will paste this code here, and I will explain you in pieces so that you will able to understand easily. First of all, what we will do is we will write this coding to find out the last row of received RPT. This is the received RPT, this is of our received report sheet, and we want to know what is the last row of this sheet whenever we are generating a report. So after that, this is the coding we will use for getting sum, dynamic sum. Sheet received RPT dot range E, column E. This is the column E. You can see here in received report, in column E we have a quantity in column E. So column E and LR is our last row. So what it is saying is, in column E up to the last row, wherever up to we have generate the data, plus 1. So obviously when your data is end, where your data is ends, okay, next row will be the cell where we get the total, is equal to application dot worksheet function. We call the worksheet function dot sum sheets received RPT dot range E5 to E and LR. So the simple meaning of this code is that if our data is end here, so we need the total here, and maybe if there are more transactions, so maybe this data comes up to here, so then the total will be here. It should be automatic. We should not bother about the data, how much data is. It should be automatic. The next part we will do is worksheet receive RPT dot cells LR plus 1 column 1 dot value is equal to total. So what we want is that when this total comes here, so here it should text shown total. Okay, then in next is worksheet receive RPT dot cells LR plus 1 column 1 dot font dot bold is equal to true. So this total should come in bold form. Then worksheet receive RPT dot cells LR plus 1 column 5 dot font dot bold, it means that the total we will get here, it should also be bold. And after that, this is the code which we'll use for formatting, because here you can see there is no borders here. Okay, so for that we use with sheet receive RPT dot range cells LR plus 1 column 1 dot cells LR plus 1 column 8 means column from column 1 to column 8. This is start from column 1 to column 8. Okay, so column 1 to column 8 dot borders XL top means top of the every top border of every cell, or from column 1 to column 8. Here is the description of line. The line style should be XL continuous, and weight XL thin means thin line we need, we don't know about the thick one, and it will apply on all 4 borders. This is top, bottom, left, right. So it will cover all four borders. So our data will be in data table. Okay, and then end with the last thing in this report, which you have already learned in previous videos also. Again I am repeating it. Sheet received RPT dot range received RPT dot export fixed format, type Excel PDF, file name. Here we, because our data in test folder, so it will be, the file will be generated in test folder, and the name of the report is receive report, including properties is equal to true, ignore print areas false, open after publish is equal to true. Okay, so after generating the report, it will export to PDF file. Then we will write sheet stock dot range j3 dot value is equal to 0. Actually this is not related to that. This will I will explain to you in next coding, where we will generate stock report. So I will just comment out of these 2 lines. So here you can see our coding is completed, and this is our sheet. So let's check this one. Here you can see that right now, one more thing I will tell you, because in last video I forgot to tell you that how to get the latest dates in these DT pickers. So for that, you can say, when I'll double click this user form, okay, and I select initialize from here. In default it will come click event, but we have to change it to initialize, and then you will write this code DT picker 1 dot value is equal to date, and DT picker 2 dot value is equal to date. So it will, whenever you will run this your form, the DT dates will be the current date. Okay, so now what I will do is, here first of all I will go there in receive sheet, because we are generating our report from receive sheet. Our data is coming from 2nd May 2020 to 20th May. Okay, so what I will do now, I will generate full data, but one item. So I will select here from 2nd of May, and here I will select 20th May. Okay, and here we will select one product. So let's say cement board, and when I click this, you can see here the report is generated, and the total also shown, because this is only one item, that is why it's showing a quantity. And now we will select another item. Let's say wire nail. You can see here now, because the wire nail were there were 2 transactions for wire nail, so it is giving 2 transactions and total 122. Here what the dates we've selected, it is showing the report, received report to 2nd May to 20th May. Okay, if I will change it, if I select 3, okay, so date will also be changed, and you can see here also in Excel sheet also it is changing. Okay, you can see here now 3rd May. So in this software, what you have to do is you have to work only in received and issue sheet. You have to add transactions, whatever received and whatever issue. Rest this software will do by itself. It will give you the receive report, it will give you the issue report as a lump sum report and a particular item report, and it will give you the stock report. For stock report, we will I will tell you in next video that how to generate the stock report, because already we have worked on this, some if formula we use here. Okay, but we will work on in next video. But here you can see that our receive report is section is finished, and similar rules will apply on issue report also. So I will not explain the issue report. You can do you by yourself, because the coding will be used similar what we have used in our receive report. So I hope you like the video, and if you like, please subscribe our channel and like the video, and press the bell icon also so that you can get our latest videos. Inshallah we'll meet with next video. Till then, take care, bye.